Have you ever had to look a starving baby in the eye? So yes, I danced, choreographed every routine, mastering every hustle, perfecting my technique, because every time them niggas paid me to dance was equivalent to another day my baby eats. You see, sugar daddies be fathering sugar babies because insulin be high these days. And what used to be so beautiful is now paid amusement. I used to be amusement to be valued like art. Now I'm the abstract skewed. You know, to tilt the head so you can see the artist's point of view, because my dance, this dance, had to redefine its purpose, filled with empty promises to empty wallets and purposes, because my dance has a no discrimination clause, only meant to bring about ecstasy. Now serves as a door for every ecstasy, me for the devil's fee. Money. So yes, I love to dance, because now I dance for every heartbeat. I dance to hear the sounds and the pitter-patter of her feet. I danced so that she would have a chance to. Peace.
I was about to start. Okay. Y'all ready for the next artist? Let me hear you say hell yeah. Y'all know what to do. Start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. Give it up for Kari, Janae, Miss Vicky, you are on deck.
Hey y'all! This is my first time performing in Dallas. Say what's up with today. This is your friendly reminder that it is International Women's Day, okay? And to support a woman's business, all right? This is my first book, okay? Age 21, published author, self-published at that. Come talk to me, all right? You have some nerve to be shit at dancing and still entitle yourself to navigate my hips. Like this body, some sort of stick shift, please shift your stick elsewhere. It needs not your steering to turn these wheels. I cruise better when I'm in control. You cruising for a bruise into your ego. Tell me why your hands carry this notion to interrupt my range of motion when the music should be the only thing moving me and the only thing touching me. I hate to break it to you, but you're not gonna find the rhythm up my shirt. That's a beat waiting to drop. The DJ should be the only person concerned with buttons, and boy, are you pressing mine when I can make better use of my time dancing with my reflection. At least she can keep up or keep her hands to herself. I'm still not sure which one I'm more upset about. I didn't know dancing with me meant being an instrument to play in your insecurity, a sound you wish to tune out, but it couldn't be more loud. I mean, even the crowd that was surround could hear the ick you gave me with every whisper in my ear, the ox no Bluetooth can cut. I hate being cut off, so on behalf of the music, just shut up and dance, but not with me. I think the wall suits you better. The one you confused me with when you were holding me up, both literally and figuratively, making the wall look like a wall hugger, yet you're the one who can use one. My body's dance is not a club to spend your romance. You weren't the first, you won't be the last. I'm quite rich in compliments already, and no dollar amount can amount to accrue in my interest, though. Let us not forget who paid for my drinks. It was me, as it should be. I didn't come here to do no talking. I came to time travel, can't you see? I'm off the clock. I don't get paid to worry about you bartering for my conversation, but before you go mute, tell me, what about this pretty told you I needed to hear it from you? Not once, not twice, but more times than you said my name. I'm starting to think you don't remember. I swear I'm more interesting than I am pretty. More soul than I am skin. By the way, it's Kari. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about keeping my voice boxed for singing and my hips round for swaying, but I apologize that you thought me embodying my sensuality was for you. When this poem is the only performance made in your dedication, yet nothing about this is staged. No need to RSVP. Kindness is not a cover fee. Don't party where you're not invited. Who knew? The same place I was looking to jump in my skin, I'd meet someone who makes me feel like jumping out of it. Can't take me nowhere for fear that you will make my night about you. Good night. Sweet dreams. Thanks to you, I couldn't love dancing alone more than I do now. And for the record, don't make me repeat myself. Unless you like the sound of a broken record, we can keep this off the record. Thank you.
And if you're trying to party tonight, it's an after party in the basement. But it won't be any weirdos, I promise you. It'll be y'all. What? Okay. Y'all do karaoke a lot here, ain't it? DJ, see my list, okay? He's like, damn, that's a lot of people I know. Look at y'all asses. The DJ, y'all give it up for the DJ. God damn. Yeah. But if you're trying to book the DJ, he got a QR code. Go scan it. Go talk to him after the show. But right now, y'all ready for the next artist? Let me hear you say, hell yeah. Y'all know what to do. Start clapping, start clapping. I need all the love. I need all the energy. Give it up for Miss Vicky. On deck, Adonis, you are on deck. Go ahead, Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky, you look like you made great cornbread. You look like you are a blessing. Thank you.
You all can follow me on Instagram, Ms. MS Vicky VIKI. How y'all doing? Congratulations on Women's History Month. This message is for the men. An overreach, a breach of feminine decency. Age is not a consideration. Multiple occurrences throughout history and time that warrant the response, get out of my pants. To all sugar daddies, play uncles, real cousins, fake friends, dastardly despicable fathers who feel entitled to deflower the small, delicate flower of the feminine youth who are too afraid to say, get out of my pants. To the merchants of maidens, the flesh peddlers, the wholesalers, the retailers, the vagina vendors, the smugglers of female contraband who profit and then ignore the deafening screams of their merchandise. Get out of my pants. To the priests, the preachers, the bishops, the pastors, the right reverends, the holy religious clergy of the cloth who conduct undercover services under voluminous robes to drown out harmonious choruses singing, get out of my pants. And finally, to the governors, the aldermen, the councilmen, the mayors, the magistrates, the state and federal representatives, the Senate, the Congress, the Supreme Court justices who attempt to legislate laws to govern the rights of the feminine gender's body, to override her God-given right of choice, no matter her own acceptance of her own consequences. Get out of my pants. Now, right now, at this time, the feminine masses, the collective of international womanhood, and all the female humanity in solidarity loudly demand, get out of my pants!
Y'all gonna do it? We went ahead, DJ. It's okay. Y'all knew the words at the wrong part, but it worked out, okay? Y'all give it up for Miss Vicky. And safe. And good. And good. I know that's right. Unless I told you to be in there, okay? Y'all ready for the next artist? Let me hear you say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Y'all, I need love. I need energy. Give it up for Donnie. Sunny Ray, you are on deck.
Damn, get out of my pants. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Adonis. That's Adonis with 2 I's, Adoniis, and all artists that's in the building. Please, if y'all looking for some free promo, I have a podcast called The Watch Me Work Podcast. Go ahead and tune in on YouTube, and you can go ahead on IG, and you can follow me on there. The Watch Me Work is one word podcast. And bear with me, I haven't been on stage in a while, and I'm trying to do this. Nah, I'm gonna do it for my baby right there. Stand up, baby. You might as well. You might as Thank you. My black queen. My black queen. Royalty is an understatement whenever you are present. I have to use your name as the replacement. Your melanin, your chocolate mixed with melanin sweetness, only a God can handle its taste. You radiate a scent that causes every eye to solar eclipse once they get a whiff of your intense love in the air. The sun only kneels to you. It doesn't show its face unless you shine. No cloud nine, no proof heaven exists without you. You are today's alpha and omega of time because whenever you walk in the room, everyone in it automatically adjusts to your rhythm. It's like time stands still when you're not ticking, my queen. You effortlessly carry the weight of the world in your bloodstream. You set the bar for exactly what a queen should be. As my eyes selfishly grasp on your beauty mixed with power, I devour any chance to take in the vision of your graceful strength. You symbolize what other races envy. Believe me, I see the hateful stares and the degrading actions of some men who lack the mindset to handle the sight of a goddess in the flesh. It's too powerful for a fuckboy to understand. But a real man. No, excuse me. A real king can see past your beautiful mask and feel the story you tell with your eyes. Respect the power you have within your stride. The way you turn your pain into ambition. You are the definition of underrated perfection. Projecting your elegance naturally with more patience than the average. And unappreciated savage. An unappreciated savage. I'm lost, y'all. I'm lost. Okay. An unappreciated savage, an undervalued, needed part of this community, but you always manage to make this life shit look easy. Your Highness, please keep that smile on your face as though you had defeated Father Time, and please allow me to inject the nectars of your thought process so I can feel you better. Staring in your eyes stimulates my mind like your motherly caress. As long as you exist, the origins of my history will never become myths. Protecting you is not only an honor, I take pride in that shit. Although some may have fallen victim to circumstance, my respect you'll forever get, and I always cherish you and what you represent, my beautiful black queen.
Hey, DJ, don't start your shit. Y'all applaud the poet, applaud the poet, applaud the poet. First of all the niggas in the room like, fuck. Now, what the fuck I'm supposed to do today? You pull out your notebook, start writing some shit. I ain't gonna, over here on the right side. He was like, this motherfucker. Nah, she gonna want a fucking poem in the morning. Y'all ready for the next artist? Yeah? Fuck it, let me get some love. Let me get some energy. Give it up for Sunny Ray.
Why you look surprised, Sunny? On deck, I got Catherine J. You forgot the steps.
I didn't hear you say on deck. They say it was conflated, basic. They converted it into perversion. This is us. They took our children and inserted in tethered replacements. Took sex and removed love out the equation. Took the nutrients out the flavor. Maybe that's the fruit Adam and Eve tasted. Maybe the Garden of Eden is on a plantation and those cages are the closest thing we'll get to pearly gates. And if God was a black man that didn't know that God was a black woman, imagine all that heaven wasted. They don't even take responsibility for the damage done by forcing us to breed. Even recently, there was a billionaire that offered $500 million for LeBron James and Serena Williams to conceive. Said that the act would create a super baby genetically, but won't donate shit to a super baby's community. I digress. I guess the only time Black lives matter is when you have the receipt. They ain't apologize for creating this They haven't apologized for creating this toxic pocket we haven't been able to climb out of. They locked us in hot boxes without love, forced not to come out until we put plugs in sockets and energize the human factory, stocking their shelf with inventory to their silent auction. They used to bid on me. Then they set me free. And now I'm doing a bid in bondage back to working for free in slavery. There's a benefit from a king not seeing himself enough man to be a father. In slavery, you can teach him to see his queen as nothing more than an object until he has daughters. The point is they can't risk him seeing God in himself when they need to turn prophet. Our good deeds don't mean they don't still see us as property. Our good deeds don't mean they don't still see us as property. Our big hearts don't fit inside this American dichotomy. Having your heart on your sleeve doesn't relieve the blood pressure we bleed when we're squeezed economically. Shit, they used to treat us like pit bull puppies. And that has to be a factor when a black man can't see himself as husband. You want to know the difference between breeding? You want to know the difference between breeding is them humping and them fucking, but them being able to leave. You don't hear me, though. We used to be bred. You don't hear me, though. We used to be bred. Baked under the southern sun. And it was an entire industry. It wasn't just a nut. I came from slavery. Make it make sense to me. Ladies, make it make sense to me. Imagine carrying a baby to term only to have your child aborted after giving birth. And what I mean by aborted, I mean strapped, taken from your arm, strapped into the car, and driven straight into the road work of human traffic kings and queens without identities of who they were. Oh, America, I am not yours. I am not your favorite employee, favorite athlete, or actor on TV. I am a chess piece traveling through history till I get close enough to your king, till I get close enough to swing a blade and make a Pez dispenser of him. I am royalty playing hide and seek with oppression. I am a post-dated check from God. Cash me outside. Cash me outside. I am squad deep. I got my ancestors behind me. I am evidence of a God unseen. I'm off the chain so the cycle don't repeat. I am not the last of a dying breed. I am the first of a living one. Thank you. Thank you all very much. And my second piece, I'm joking. Got your back. Hey,
God is my witness.
I am trying very hard to transition into being a full-time artist. And this is my first time really confessing that. So I would really appreciate if everyone could follow myself and the poetry platform that I'm building. It is New Sunny Ray, new like regular new, sunny like the weather, ray like X-ray. New Sunny Ray. My platform is called Verse Vibes with a Z. Verse Vibes. VERSE VIBZ. Yes. Verse Vibes with a Z. And check me out at versevibes.com. Everybody, please, when you get a chance, say hello to me. And I'm not shy, kinda, but make sure y'all support everybody. And I'm looking forward to this next feature, Wayne Henry. Y'all be blessed. Have a good evening.
nigga had about 3 endings in this bitch, okay? I was like, should I walk now? He looked over, I said, no, oh, okay. Bitch, I was about to do the poem with you, fuck. Y'all ready for the next artist? Some of you say, hell yeah. Y'all know what to do. I need all the love. I need all the energy. Give it up for Calvin J. My dog look good and smell good. I know that's right.
Whatever, dog. I say feeling good, you say feeling good. All right. Like she mentioned, my name is Calvin J. Instagram is Calvin with a K _ J. That's where all my poetry is. I'm just here to warm the stage up for my brother Wayne Henry, who's gonna give y'all a great feature. So can I do that? I say feeling good, you say feeling great. Feeling good. Feeling good. Mental health fact. Studies over recent years show that those who grow up in the hood are 20% more likely to develop an anxiety disorder and 40% more likely to develop a mood disorder. The poem. My grandmother says, Calvin, you're going to grow up to be something special, and I'm proud of you for not becoming another statistic despite everything that surrounds you. She says that because I've seen family members treat drugs like air. You know, they just had to keep breathing it in to stay alive. When my uncle would get drunk, he would treat his Camaro like a bumper car and ram it into a wall, but he was so well connected that he would never get tickets. Instead, he would keep using his coins just to crash it all over again. I've seen my mother get a knife pulled on her at church only for her son to have a knife pulled out on him a few years later for being affiliated with a different discipleship, and all this happened before the age of 12, and this ain't even the half of it. I wrote a poem once about seeing my first dead body. I was 7 years old. Riding in the car with my mother on a Sunday, an abandoned gas station is tomb. You see, I didn't need communion that day. I knew what a broken body and shed blood was before I got to church. Another one, I seen the burn marks from a charbroiled body of a boy burned behind Wendy's for his J's. Ironic how his soul was able to fly through the sky before he was. I guess he was really able to be like Mike after all. Now that's what you call furious styles. Random. My ex used to always get mad at me whenever we went out. She always got mad that I kept having a wandering eye. Well, I always grew up trying to avoid the Grim Reaper in his hood before he saw this boy in the hood because of all the Rickies I saw tackled at the hand of a shotgun. How we went from boys to men who mental health don't be in mid condition because of all the black streets we walked down. And this doesn't even compare to everything that I saw after 7. You see, I grew up with ghosts. Whether crime scene or drug fiend, whether crack pipe or bullet, I've seen people die with lead in hand or at the hands of lead. Survivor's guilt has no jury or sentence with it forever. Random. When I'm alone, I get choked up on tombstones whenever I go back home. Random. When I cry, my eyelids and casket lids weigh the same. Random. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm living in reality. Just feels like I'm living out someone else's dream who can no longer wake up. Survivor's guilt meet mental health. Mental health meet survivor's guilt. Y'all make such a perfect couple. You both have your arms wrapped around me. You pulled me into your love triangle. This is such an acute relationship. Grandma, I'm sorry I became a victim of my circumstances. I'm sorry that I became a product of my environment. The atmosphere's pressure just been weighing on me. I'm sorry I became the statistic that you didn't want me to be.
Y'all see no Mario? Y'all ain't see it? Okay, just me. Okay. Y'all. You seen it? You could give him with consent though. Ask him if he can just don't be hugging. He be all right. Funny as fuck. So, we reached another presentation in our show, right? So Wayne Henry's gonna come. Somebody say feature. Feature. Right? This feature, I'm his biggest hater, actually. Like, I let him know I'm his biggest hater, right? Because he's like one of my favorite pens, for real. And so I was like, Wayne Henry, what do you want the people to know about you? You know what this motherfucker said? He said Sharika will never get a head-to-head again, okay? And I was in Dallas 2 years ago, and I lost to this motherfucker in a head-to-head in the second round. I said, ooh, you motherfucker. I need my revenge, but it's okay. Right, coldest pen, right? And I was like, But what else you want the people to know about you? He's like, I'm a writer and a producer. Y'all get up for black men writing and producing. And I was like, but Wayne Henry, what else? He was like, I'm so grateful for everyone that is here in the building and present. Y'all give it up for yourselves. But right now, I need y'all to give it up, give it up, give it up all the way from the back. Give it up for Wayne Henry. Yo, ashy ass.
How y'all doing? No. So ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to be was a poetic lyricist. Like I had dreams my pen transformed into a paintbrush or a magic wand, I'd become a master magician. Manipulating matter out of misery, making memorable moments manifest in meaningless mode and mildew for meritless smiles and mediocre poets will make my muse see the trick is to allow your mind to become limitless. Creating an entire universe from discarded words and broken sentences, we poets gather stars, place them underneath our tongue, then spit out constellations. The Big Dipper, Northern Star wedged in between our teeth. We free slaves when we speak. What I mean is poetry is the galaxy's favorite form of speech. We smoke science, snort philosophy, geology, Greek mythology. You learn not even Thor could hammer home the Iron Man if you gave him the Hulk end of the stick, using bold words that put all caps in America. I'm just an angry black man utilizing my voice. I caption America to revert back into hysteria. You know that Skid Row kid made schizos cringe. This is the love child of my Angela in the 18th letter I can. Nah. This is literally lyrically creme de la creme. Nah. This is God's son like Jesus wearing Timbs, removing his limbs just to showcase his body of art. We poets, we don't spit, we vomit, we barf out agony, tragedy, our poems right. Through the lens of Othello's hindsight. That's 1080p HD clarity. So you can see my pain pillaging through pages soaked in tears with hollow hollers humming down the heavenly halls of heaven's gateway. See, poetry needs nothing but the rhythm of God's heartbeat. And sometimes I think we poets do it wrong. How we recite on stage, but the trap house is where we should be moving these poems. Depending on how the fiends want their high, take pieces of our broken emotions, stuff them in dime bags, spraying with zigzags and let you smoke it. Nigga, this shit right here. This shit right here. It's called life. One puff and you might start living it, or you might find inspiration to start your own business. This shit right here is not for the faint of heart. This is grown fucking business. We poets become Basquiat. Painting suicide on the belly of cumulus clouds, waiting for astral rain to dissolve a decade of decadency depicted by false lyricists who don't take this craft serious. So if you don't bleed it, I don't believe it. Period. I guess I'm just trying to break the cycle of anxious minstrel. See what I did there? Bleed it, period, cycle minstrel. I'll give you 4 to 5 days to think about it. Give me 7. I'll write earth in the image of heaven, become the ghost. And Nelson Mandela pivoting like Muhammad Ali or ripping a chainsaw. I would lyrically eat the chains off and come right back to right about now, just do this shit all over again. I tell poets, when you put your heart to the pen, poetry always win. How y'all feeling tonight? Then they wonder why we act so outrageous. Run around stressed out and pull out gauges. Because every time you let the animal out cages, he's dangerous to people that look like strangers. PTSD is not the person refusing to let go of the past, but rather the past refusing to let go of the person. And unlike my father and brothers, I did not enlist into the military. I said I cannot die for a country that would not die for me, so instead, I stood on the corner of Crenshaw and 39th, me more Peter Pan pirate than patriot, windy blue flag hoist and left pocket my battlefield. An ocean of row houses where abandoned buildings played daycare to lost boys thrown overboard to Neverland, no shore, all seas in sight, but for certain the ops sailed for blood. Little black boys that fit my description fighting to see who gets to tear down the community the fastest. And just like war, the government gave us all the tools we needed for the destructions, guns, crack cocaine, hell, now they got Molly. You ever seen a dead body? Like the real Ricky trying to outrun a shotty. You learn that the 12 gauge is mightier than the sword and make me wonder if it's mightier than the pen. And if a pen can save me from the when niggas get wrapped up in image and acting, zipped up and bags when it happens, that zip the bullet versus the pencil. I mean, I've seen what lead can do. Watch it sketch a man to death now. I just want to write him back to life, but they told me
Ain't no Nicky Giovanni's come out these projects that South Central don't give birth to beautiful metaphors that will always be more old dogs than my Angelo. Hey, cuz, what you got in that backpack, homie? A notebook with burdens bigger than the wings of a desert eagle, pages made in my image, God's body. A trap house for a heart and a street light for a spinal cord. I mean, how would you feel if niggas wanted you killed? You probably move to a new house on a new hill and pick a new spot if niggas want to do shots. I ain't a thug. How much Tupac in you got? I just want to rewrite my future before they make movies about me and call the menace to society, boys in the hood, but I can't be Jody, baby boy. They was gonna Nipsey hustle me to a cross, call me prophet, say I died to give Icarus wings to black boys that melt at the sight of sunshine and gun smoke. Call me Black Jesus of South Central Los Angeles, cause the street they gave me to drugged me by my halo, my crown of thorns down Slauson, down Normandy, those screams that kept me up at night are not the same screams. I can't stop writing about, there's no timestamp on trauma. PTSD don't care which war you fought for, just wants to know if you still remember the bullets, bloods, and bodies from the battlefield. Because rather military army tank or neighborhood ice cream truck, they both leave a cold trail in their wake. Then they wonder why we act so outrageous, run around stressed out and pull out gauges, because every time you let the animal out cages, he's dangerous. To niggas that look like strangers, that's that piece.
Y'all see why I'm his biggest hater right now. This motherfucker be writing some
Thank
shit.
you, thank you, thank you.
And so as I said before, Vanna Black is back, okay? I'm gonna pass the silver bucket, and if you're like, damn, Trick, I already gave my cash already, don't worry, cause guess what? You can still give for the artist.
All right, Vanna Black.
You see Vanna Black? I love black women, okay? They don't say that, they repeat after Vanna Black. Go ahead, girl. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all applaud the artists, applaud the artists. Give it up for your feature.
So I've been trying to understand the emotions I've been feeling lately. This tightness, smothering, short of breath. According to WebMD, I'm suffocating or dry drowning on emptiness. To die for lack of love must be horrible, but suffocation of the soul has to be the very worst of it. To be stifled by goodbye, how do I explain to the doctors that a broken heart collapsed my lungs? That your exit ripped the atmosphere from my lips, now my windpipe scream for your space asphyxiation, sledgehammers my soul to my spine as I attempt to wheeze the words through my teeth. Did you know that it's possible to choke on air? That by mass, oxygen is the most abundant element on this earth, yet here I am, suffocating, hyperventilating, helium and hydrogen pilling the marrow from my bones. So I've been crying her a river or building her an ocean. Either way, they're yours, you can have it. I can't breathe in that either, I'll die of exhaustion. The irony of running out of breath while chasing air. Funny how we take oxygen for granted until there's none left. Until oxygen says she doesn't want to be here anymore. Until oxygen walks out the door, come back to me. Come love me. I just want to breathe again. That's that piece. She packed her bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And she's gonna be high as a kite by then. Dear Gravity, I heard that you were a natural phenomenon by which all things with mass are brought toward one another. Albert Einstein describes you not as a force, but the consequence of the uneven distribution of mass. So basically, what goes up must come down, or at least I pray it does. I once saw my sister go up. She's been high for a while now. Be up there in outer space, or when gravity will pull her back from the home she ripped the roof from, y'all, when I pictured astronauts. I always thought of those NASA suits, the sleek helmet, the visor, a glossy reflection of our ever-expanding universe, but now it just reminds me of the dilation in her pupils. How she'd get so high, her eyes would try to swallow the galaxy in a single blink. How low was life here on Earth that she reached for the stars to make a noose out of the Milky Way? Stuffing comets in a crack pipe to smoke the atmosphere into ash, you learn that some crack houses have decorations and pictures of families that used to mean something. Long before she stumbled out that bathroom with traces of the cosmos across her nose, and she thought no one would know that her Mercury was in retrograde. She called it buyer's remorse. Her dealer/girlfriend called it seller's regret. The stellar effect of leaving your family cluster in limbo while you play Russian roulette with shooting stars like fitting all them constellations you've been chasing. But they say that arguing with addiction is like arguing with the laws of gravity, so I've been arguing with God and the galaxy, praying that her will to get clean be heavier than her addictions and demons. I've been praying for a fallen angel. And I know sound doesn't travel through outer space. But did you hear the news of your sister? How she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. I thought that news would be the beacon of light to make you phone home, or at least pick up a fucking phone and phone home. Hello? Hey. No, she doesn't have any medication she can sell. I mean, she's right here if you want it. No, I get it. You need your space. I love you. Hello? And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find she's not the man that thinks she is at home. No, no, no. She's a rocket man. Dear Gravity. That's that piece. So if y'all like anything that y'all have heard from me tonight, y'all can follow me on Instagram at dreadful_poet. That's DREADFUL_POET. We have a website that's fortheloveofwords.com/locked and loaded. That's LOCDANDLOADED. We have an amazing production we have coming up in September at the Eisman Theater. Myself, Masterpiece, and Locked and Loaded. And T-Otis right there in the back. Give it up for T-Otis. Shout out to Rika. She's been doing an amazing job hosting. Shout out to the venue, every poet that got on the microphone. The Masterpiece, you killed this shit. I'm going to do 2 more and get out y'all way. Is that all right? I love you too. I don't even know what you said, but so this is one of those neo-soul, Love Jones, love poems poets really don't write no more. I mean, like words sewn together create wetness in between thighs, making her 2 knees separate like enemies that were once friends. And before we begin, I ask her one question. Have you ever seen heaven? I mean, like glory sliding through her pearly gates, her walls dripping the milk and honey, that sweet nectar staining my favorite catcher with my lips and her clitoris meet. Nothing but tongue, gum, and cheek. I go down there, give an entire poem and speech, and flip her over to her stomach and make groceries. God are calling for Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. With my lips and your clitoris meet, nothing but tongue, gum, and cheek. I'll go down there, give an entire speech, and flip you over to your stomach and make groceries. Got you calling for Jesus. Got you calling for Jesus, Mary, and Joseph are gripping your rosaries. Now you're addicted to crucifixions and exorcisms, eyes rolling, tongue flicking, and I ain't even put the tip in. I told her I want to spend the entire night flexing our melanin. So what I mean is, can you still talk that black girl magic queen shit while you take a mean dick and not flinch? I just want to see her swallow it. And I mean all of it. I asked her, has she ever written on the face of black Jesus, crucify me to your headboard, make me beg for it, squirt, scream, queef, baby girl, I'm here for it. This is the genesis of your deliverance. By the of my tongue you are healed. Cleansed of your bent up frustration. Won't he do it? Yes. Yes, I will take my time, but no. This will not take long. Y'all nasty. All right. So, all right, next poem, y'all. This last poem is a poem I like to finish every single last one of my features with. Ironically, maybe back in 2015, this was the first poem right about now I had ever recorded of me in Denver, Colorado for nationals. And it's one of my personal pieces, and the more I perform it, the more liberation I get from it every single time. But thank y'all again for your time. Hold on. So this poem is a poet's attempt at honesty. Honestly, I have to get really drunk to write about my life and put it in a poem. It's like Hennessy and tequila numbs the hurt of truth as it hurricanes through my teeth. My truth. My truth is fire and brimstone, raining down from the eyes of heaven, so I make umbrellas out of my insecurities just to stand there in the rain. My addiction to burning beautifully makes me believe that some days I'm not the poet of my poems, that my demons take hold of my pen and scribble agony across my face like war paint. No, honestly, I write love letters for angels to give to God because I'm too afraid to face him personally. More afraid that God just might be a giant vanity mirror that reflects all my flaws that he created in his image, my beautiful bipolar Jesus. But I digress. I have a habit of picking my own scabs or scratching to the sight of blood. My mother tells me it's something I do out of nervousness. My ex says it's me obsessing over scars before they occurred, that I'm just afraid to be beautiful. But honestly, beautiful things rather be avoided and left alone than to be loved as to become broken. No, honestly. Beautiful things daydream about one day becoming monsters. Because monsters can never be weak or vulnerable or anything that makes us look like victims, because victims stand out like the nose of Pinocchio when placed on the lap of Geppetto and asked, how does it feel to be alive? How does it feel to be a real boy? No, honestly, some victims go to be 6'3", dark-skinned baritone poets screaming for help in between the safety of metaphors. Help. Looking for words that make being molested as a child feel like a spiritual masculine cleansing of his fingerprints, breath, and saliva, escaping the confines of my pores. Help. I hide pain like treasure in chest. A prisoner in ribbed cage. Help. I grow tired of slicing my silence on simile and soliloquy because help is too weak of a word for a batshit crazy black man still insane enough to believe that one day he can be loved because my two lips. They have a habit of kissing a woman's temple into demolition. Then I try to rebuild her from the rubble like I didn't just ruin everything she structured to make me smile. So honestly, I'm a black cloud that reigns inside of a glass house begging to break out before I break down, and all that can be found are whispers, my poems that never had a chance to make a sound because heaven sends me love letters with no return address. So it feels like I'm writing myself in hopes to write myself, and I'm not sure if God is proud of the mess I love to make of me. So if ever my poems sound like prayers, it's because I stand on this stage and pretend that you all are the ears of heaven, and these words are the shadow of my crucifixion, nailing myself to a microphone. No, honestly, these words are a gift from a poet too broken, too tired, too sober to continue fighting them alone. But I know that I am a work of art, but not like the Mona Lisa. More like the brown hue of heroin that took the life of Basquiat. I mean, we all got our demons. I mean, be lucky if you know yours by name. I mean, sometimes it takes the devil to get the job done. No, honestly. At the end of every poem, I close my eyes and I pretend that you all are heaven. I close my eyes and pretend that you all are my God. Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Wayne Henry.